Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Shiramoto here. We are back with another video. Just cruising around a little bit today, enjoying this perfect Sunday. The weather is amazing. Wind isn't too bad. He isn't catastrophically killing me. So, let's get into the cruise. We're on the 2000 Yamaha R6. This thing needs some love, but it still pulls so hard and still sounds so good. It's like one of the most comfortable sports bikes that I've been on, and I've been on nothing brand new to the point where I've been able to ride it long enough to get any other synopsis, I guess. But for 26 years old, this thing is amazing. Sounds good, very reliable, easy to work on, but it can be annoying to work on if you don't like taking apart your bike, taking apart your carbs, caring about what kind of intake air filter you have or exhaust. That's kind of the only annoying part, but rebuild kits for these things are really easy to get. Don't have too many issues, but I will say the one problem that I'm having currently is being able to find retailers or any kind of OEM spec forks and shocks for the rear. So it can be kind of daunting. Like this right now, this is really bouncy of a ride, but it's really soft as well. So sometimes bumps in the city don't feel too bad, but on the highway, it can kind of make you feel a little uneasy, but it's not terrible. I have these guys on my ass right now, and I'm not even going slow. No one's going slow, but we have to be stupid. I can do that too. I just need people off my ass so I'm not having to do illegal stuff just to save my life. But this is also why we use dash cams, DJI Osmo 360 cams, something to get all the footage of all the stupid shit people are doing around me, but at the same time something visual for you guys to see while I'm riding on this POV. Look how modern this bike is. I have a little charger. If you're afraid of electronics and don't know how to wire anything or understand what a bike needs to, not kill the battery when it comes to stuff like that, look at the diagram or two. It's not that hard, I promise you. I want to low-key get a wireless charging one, wire that in, change some other lights, but I want to rebuild my motor. That's my big priority right now. Either small maintenance things like getting my valves and stuff cleared and checked, and then getting my suspension rebuilt. Because I want so badly for this thing to go back to its peak of how it should be handling and how it should be running. I don't like bikes making sounds I can't explain, and this is definitely one of those bikes where once something is out of spec, you will definitely feel everything. You feel if it's being groggy and sluggish or having a struggle with idling or starting, at that matter. Alright, we're pretty close to these guys, but these guys are everyone was going 90, and this guy is still on my ass. But it's a Sunday, everyone's trying to get off work, they're trying to go home. I'm in that same boat, but we're on the least protective and safe vehicle of all of these, and these guys are all in SUVs, vans. Man's got a trailer, little camper. That guy has a whole ass boat. Is that a houseboat? Am I looking at a boat with a house on it? Oh my lord! This man thinks it's an anaconda. This Prius is kind of booking it, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Aside from the wind, do you guys hear how much my bike is screaming right now? That's to even barely pass these guys. I'm not passing that Prius. You guys can't see the speedometer, but everyone is booking it, and I really can't just pass people without looking like an imbecile. Don't want to make eye contact. Lord forbid he gets provoked. I've been thinking about putting on my my racing exhaust. I might do that today actually, because I already got to take this thing apart. I'm going to try to tune my idle screws a lot better and get that air-fuel mixture proper. Because I'm so tired of the bogging. I don't like the inconsistent, the power punch that's going on once I get above 4K, 6K RPM. Yo, let's see how many cops we can see by the time I get back to my destination. And also, let's see how many bikes we see. Because it's a really calm Sunday. traffic is not bad. I'm in the fast lane going fast and you're passing me. Hello? Are you good? I don't want to match your ego. I might embarrass you, I'm not gonna lie. I get gritty on this thing. But yeah, we are in a beautiful Boise. This highway gets really hectic from the backside of Boise going towards Twin Falls all the way to like Meridian. And then after that, you kind of have like the chillness of like the Nampa Caldwell and whatever. I don't know what's beyond that. I don't really travel too far, but I really need to. There's like a lot of things I want to get into as far as like bike meets, car meets, all the cruises people be doing, because I've been seeing all these people talking about doing a canyon run or, oh, let's go do this loop. I don't even know where any of those things are. And let alone, I don't even have any biker friends out here. It's kind of like, whoever I find in the moment, and then we kind of like go our separate ways, like we're Don Toretto, and yeah. Enough space to get past people, but not enough speed for people to think I'm just being a douchebag. I just want my own space. Is there a problem with that? Besides, we're still on police watch. We're still need to go look out for cops and stuff, because we don't want to be I mean, I don't know exactly how many numbers of cops I've seen where everyone else is going like 100 and then they see me going like, you know, 120 or something just to get around people, because I can't predict if our, like look at that guy. Like, if this lane right here is going the speed limit, how fast are those guys going? No, they're going fast because that dude's still pulling away from me, and so is this truck. Holy hell! Literally spinning like the entire time, just screaming. But yeah, that just kind of tells you what it is like on a Sunday. People just want to get home, and because of that rush and the unawareness of a lot of people, a lot of accidents can happen. Sheesh. Yeah, this lane's still moving pretty quick. That far right guy is kind of moving faster than these guys on my right here. But at least the traffic is looking kind of predictable, as long as I can see around these cars and see like how much space do they actually have for accelerating. So if I get to a point where I'm just like, okay, cool, like I want to just get around you guys, I'll just do that. And then once I find like a nice little pocket where there's like, you know, one maybe within like 100 feet of me, then I'm cruising, I'm chilling out. I don't have anything else to do because these high RPMs on this bike kind of just kills gas. And as reasonably as I want to be, this bike kind of tells me that I really want something more like an R9 or a CF Moto 675 SS, because less cylinders means you're not going as high as RPMs and you're also not using as much gas. So even though it's only going to be like 10 more miles per gallon for me, I also have a more calm sound when it comes to being on the highway, and I don't have to aggressively downshift just to get the speed I need to pass people. And the fact that, you know, being in the city, I'm probably in city limits 50% of the time, and that stop and go kind of sucks, especially with like having like a card bike. What is that, a little, it's not a Geo Metro. I forgot what the Chevy brand is for that same exact like body style, but a little tiny car. It got some pizza cutter wheels. I think the tires on that car actually might be smaller than my rear tire. It's got some 120s on the rear. I got the 180. All right, let's see, what's the traffic looking like over there? I don't see no cops. As much as you would think it wouldn't be as congested on a Sunday, there's actually quite a bit of traffic. Enough for me not to be able to see as many gaps on the two left lanes on the highway. kind of congested. There's like a whole line of cars. Just trying to pace myself with everyone else because I don't want to be like left in the dust, because at that point I would kind of like defeat the purpose of me being on a little pocket rocket. Not really a pocket rocket, but it's a crotch rocket. Like, I am fucking sitting. Wow. I don't know why we're all black today, but it's a cool looking vibe. Out here looking like ghosts or something. I'm that Ghost Rider. But no, it is really hot. Especially with this bike having like the all metal everywhere. Like the heat just transfers and then it kind of just sits on my thighs, on my calves and stuff like that. But it's so nice. But yeah, like I was saying, like if I got like a 3-cylinder motorcycle like the R9 or the CF Moto 675SS, that would be kind of convenient, right? I wouldn't have the same top speed or anything, but I would have more torque for in-city riding. And I love this bike, but I need to add something else to the garage. So what would you guys suggest out of those two, budget or not? They're both triple cylinders. I'm not gonna be able to find like a Triumph Daytona 675 like R or whatever it is. They're so hard to come by, especially like them being clean and them having like any kind of real support, because a lot of dealerships around here don't really do the best work with stuff like that. Parts are already hard to find, they're rare, they're discontinued like the R6s. So I'm kind of in like a weird mix. It's like, or if I wanted to just stick with like the 4-cylinder bikes and just go with like a 1000 cc, I wouldn't have better gas mileage, but I would at least have fuel injection, which would be a little bit easier to predict on gas mileage, and I would have a gas gauge, because I'm kind of eyeing this every single time I start my bike, and I'm kind of guesstimating, okay, cool, I have used a quarter of a tank going 30 minutes this direction at this speed. Kind of gets annoying to do, because I don't want to have to constantly calculate everything. Just let me turn my bike on, look at the gauges, get all the information I need other than my little, 20-point inspection for brake fluid, brake pads, brake, making sure everything else is in order. Which again, that is something that I am doing today, because I need to take the bike apart and check some stuff and just make sure that everything's in order. Nothing's loose. I already know I need to tighten my chain. I had just tightened it maybe a week ago, and I think in a day I'm already putting like 100 miles on the bike. But the longer I have this thing, it has been running a lot better, which I feel like if this bike has probably gotten more maintenance with me on a consistent basis than it has with anyone else. I don't care what anyone says. I don't even care if you know this bike. I promise you, I've put a lot more love and time into this bike on a consistent basis. There's not a single day I'm not checking the oil. There's not a single day I'm not checking like my cables, my gear shifter. And I have the manual cam chain tensioner on here. So I'm always making sure that it's at the right tension. I'm not getting any like chain slack, stuff like that. This thing is definitely being babied. And I have some people who are interested in trading me bikes for this one. As long as it's like 600cc or more, and they just appreciate the fact that it's an R6 and it's running, and I'm using this thing every single day. So it's one of those like tried and true bikes that you don't have to question as much, because I'm riding it every single day. And it sounds so good. What I really wish is I could get one of those those windscreens that are a lot taller and aggressive for this bike, because it's really wide and I hate how tiny the windshield is. It just looks awkward. Like I want something that looks like the BMW S1000 RR. How it really it bends up a lot, but it also flares out a lot, because I don't like how sharp this looks going straight down to my handlebars. I want it to kind of spread out and break the wind going over my shoulders. get over. But now we can vibe. I do like how these roads are paved because you actually get like a lot more traction, which kind of builds up my confidence whenever I'm riding through this unpredictable ass traffic. But the tire choice is actually really good as well. Pretty sure I have some Michelin Power 6s on, and wow, these things are sticky and soft. And I barely have any chicken strips on it either. Also, we are testing out the 4K 120 mode on the DJI Osmo 360. Shout out to DJI. Trying to see exactly how smooth this stuff actually gets when it comes to like recording. Because like once I noticed that it was a feature, at first I thought it wasn't really going to make too much sense because I mean, YouTube only allows like 60 FPS anyways. So I was like, I'm not going to bother. But as far as like visual clarity goes, I need all the clarity, especially if I'm trying to get like that actual speed perception. So we are trying it out today. You guys gotta let me know what y'all think about it. How does it feel? How does it look? Gotta close the visor. Started getting windy, especially with all these insects out. I didn't know if I was gonna get assailed or not. I do not want a bug in my helmet. I've had a spider in my helmet once, but it was like such a baby. I didn't even really bat an eye. Just kind of shoo it away, you know? But yeah, let me know how you guys like the view of 120 FPS on the DJI. These things are really good, very convenient. If I wanted to, I could put like the little selfie stick on the back of my bike. I have all the gear for it, but I don't know if people actually want to see that unless it's like canyon rides and stuff. So if you guys want to see that, see me meet up with some bikers, maybe try to do like some loops, some canyons, just something. And then I don't know, I'm considered doing the same thing for track racing just to get some real world experience out there. But there's like a lot of things that I want to do, but again, I don't want to take that risk if I don't have the proper gear for like higher speed crashes. I try to be very mindful of where my skills are when it comes to just the highway, when I have to pass people, paying attention to everyone else's pace and what the traffic is doing. So I haven't really needed too much other than like the armor that I have. Damn, he's flying. But yeah, if anyone wants to help support anything on the channel as far as like gear, repairs for the bikes, getting another bike, anything like that, I do have a support link in the description below, or you can just donate to the Cash App Sharon Moto. Any and all support is highly appreciated, but nothing is required. I just appreciate you guys coming to the channel, subscribing if you're like brand new, anyone who's like, you know, just drifting by and you just come across my videos, and leaving a like. It really helps a lot. And to those who are like going the extra step and just commenting and just, you know, getting to know me or asking me anything that just makes me interact with you guys more, that is also like I'm highly appreciative of. I debated on getting gas, but I think I'm gonna like focus on fixing my bike first before I commit to putting gas in my bike, because if I have to take my carbs apart, it's just gonna leak all the fuel anyways. And if I have to lift up the tank, it's also gonna like probably leak. It's probably gonna leak gas too. So future planning, don't really have too much to worry about on that, but we should be fine for now. I had at least a third of a tank, and I don't go through that in a day. Maybe half a tank on like one of those 8-hour rides, and I'm just going absolutely insane, going to meets, riding with other people, small accelerations here and there, but that's it. I don't really have a reason to do anything else, so I'm kind of mindful of my gas, because I don't want to just get stranded somewhere and not be like, oh, I need to top up my gas a little bit. But yeah, guys, I was trying to work on my YouTube content, you know, especially like the vlogging aspect of just doing as much as I can, talking as much as I can. Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude, I love the downshifts. It just sounds so good. But no, I was trying to get more vocal, more verbal with my videos. And try to get you guys a chance to actually like listen to me, hear my voice. But yeah, I was trying to be a little bit more vocal. But yeah, guys, I've been trying to work on just being more vocal with you guys, being able to talk to you guys directly so you guys can actually experience who I am as a person, my knowledge. I mean, just me as a person. Like, I like to communicate. I like connecting with people, which is why I need to go to more car meets and bike meets. Like, I love vehicles as it is. I grew up with racing. I grew up with like building cars, and just recently I started getting into bikes, and then took this bad boy apart, put it back together. Had basically no issues with rebuilding it. Like it just started right up once I put it back together because I already had the understanding of more complicated vehicles. You trying to go over or what? You can do your thing, man. I'm actually in no rush. I mean, you also didn't have a signal light on, so what was I supposed to do, you know? Yeah, we got the very chill downtown Nampa area. Chill all the way down there. Police department's there as well, so you gotta be very mindful when you're just doing like your own thing. Speaking of which, we're gonna cruise. As you can see, speed limit 20 miles an hour. It is not hectic through here, but Lord, does it sound good when you have a 4-cylinder bike and you just have a very tasteful exhaust, and you can just cruise through here. You can hear your exhaust note through the buildings echoing off back at you. Oh my God, did y'all see that? Man, literally kind of like dumped the clutch right there. Let's open the visor so I can breathe. Yeah, that just closes off anyways. Really nice. You got some tattoo shops here, some bars. There's a nice little pizza place down there as well. Really chill. It's been like a couple years since I've been there, so I don't really know what the name of it is off the top of my head. I have to look it up, but you guys can look up downtown Nampa pizza locations. It's only going to be those guys. And then they have a coffee cafe. Again, I don't get out much. It's been like very long and intensive as lifestyle. And me getting a bike was kind of like the only way I was actually going to be able to get out or had a reason to get out. I was just too busy with family, too busy with work. I could just get super tired. But now I can't make those same excuses because I have to stay fit. I have to get out, need to get some air, need to touch some grass. And this is like the best way of doing that. I can actually socialize. Oh no. Chill. They're really redoing all these roads. I'm proud of them. Didn't expect that at all. All right, bike's getting a little rich. I also don't know if I'm getting running like low on gas, so might have to be mindful of that as well. So we definitely will try to just rush back home. But yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. To everyone who's brand new, I appreciate you guys for checking out the channel. If you want to subscribe, please do that. It helps me out a tremendous amount. Leaving a like, leaving a comment, all those things are highly needed. Other than that, I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed your 4th of July. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything stupid unless you are a trained professional. Other than that, 2 wheels down. Peace.